us go to our buddy Eddie, Orange County, California. How are you, sir?
My main man and my twin, the great educator, Mark Levin. Excellent show tonight, my brother. Excellent show.
Thank you, Eddie.
I had my first read of your father's book. I want to touch on that, but first let me say something to you to hopefully make you proud of me. I'm watching TV with a friend, with his wife and his 6-year-old daughter. The president comes on the screen. The little girl says, "They got a president, Eddie. They got a president." So I said, you can call him by his other name. She said, "What's his other name, Eddie?" I said, "Milhouse." She said, "Milhouse?" I said, "Yes." He said, "I call him President Milhouse, Eddie?" I said, "No, drop the president. Just call him Milhouse. He'll listen. He'll turn around." The father was upset with me, Mark. Came over to me, stood over me, Mark, and he said, "Eddie, I'm furious with you, Eddie, for a 6-year-old little girl who respects the ground that you walk on. How dare you corrupt her mind toward the President of the United States of America?" And Mark, I stood up as a true Levinian and looked him dead in the eye, and I said, "It's either that or I tell your baby girl what his real middle name is, and seeing how you did 2 tours in Iraq, you want your little girl running around here hollering President, Mark, he looked me dead in my eyes, and he said, "Eddie, Milhouse, is that with 1 L or 2?
By the way, it's with 1. And,
okay, I know the answer to that.
You know why I did that? The reason I called Barack Obama used the middle name Milhouse. Actually, it was Nixon's middle name, Milhous, no E on the end, because I believe it was his mother's maiden name. Because the liberals were unrelenting in trying to trash Nixon, and they would joke about his middle name, Milhouse. So when we were told, Eddie, that we may not use Obama's actual middle name, Hussein. We were told that by the press. We were told it by John McCain. That what were we trying to imply? And, of course, there he is, has his hand on the Bible on Inauguration Day, Barack Hussein Obama. Oh, I guess we can use it now. But anyway, I thought to myself, who are these people to tell us what we can and can't do? So I gave him a middle name. I gave Nixon's middle name because the left thought it was so funny.
And it stuck, Mark. That's all I call it. And I told my family don't even love me no more because of this.
You're a good man, brother. You really are.
Mark, when you're reading a great book is when it's a page burner. You read a page and you turn the next page, another great page. But when you're reading a great book is that when you finish the page and you can't turn to the next page because there's more. We're talking about a book that you can read and also get a visual story. I mean, I think what your father did, I'm not trying to stroke you because you know how much I love you anyway. Yeah. But your father's book was outstanding. You know how you read a book, it take you about a minute and a half to read a page. Your father's book, it take about 5 to 7 minutes per page, Mark, studying these pictures, taking time.
Aren't they beautiful?
Mark, I looked at the Abraham Lincoln photograph on the cover and inside. I studied it hard, and with no disrespect.
Now, Eddie, let me ask you something. Did you look? I mean, my eyes are drawn to those pages where they are actual photos of the slaves.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you look at that, and you're horrified. And you look at that, and there was one photo that he was going to put in there that they decided he shouldn't, and it was the back of a slave who'd been whipped 100 times, his whole back. And it was just decided that let's do a graphic instead because it'd be too hard on children. But it was brutal. And people who call here and say Abraham Lincoln was a dictator, Abraham Lincoln was this, he was that. No. Are they kidding me?
No, great man. In fact, I'm out here now looking for after reading that book, I'm looking for some Abraham Lincoln haters because I got plenty of ammunition for them right about now.
Oh, jeez. Don't get us in trouble, Eddie. Hey, Eddie, I got to go, man. Call again, okay?
God bless you, Mark. God bless your father, and God bless America.
And thank you, man. I really love Eddie. He's a good guy. It's a great book, folks. If you hadn't gotten it, this weekend's the perfect time. Malice Toward None, Barnes & Noble, Amazon Books A Million, and everywhere else. I know you'll enjoy it like Eddie does.